Bring the ship back up to combat alert alpha.
Halo doesn't kill Flood. It kills their food.
I think we're just getting started.
Welcome back to my YouTube. Just kidding.
Wow, just jumping right in there on that one. Anyway, I am TJ, aka Dark Sellafield. I'm joined here but with...
Oh, this is Jose.
Close enough. He means Josh. Still, second time trying to record this audio and you still mess it up somehow. You mess up your own name. How do you mess up a name?
Look, man, I don't know.
Anyway, I'm sure you're realizing that this is quite different than the other recordings we've put up, the other episodes. That is because we lost the audio I say we, I mean I lost the audio file for this playthrough, and we were not going to be playing through this level again. As you'll see from the ending, it took us 4 hours to complete this. We were not going to try it again, because we got very lucky with beating this. It didn't involve skill.
That's our ticket in.
Once we get inside the ship.
The one time I used a Control X by accident instead of Control C, and the file disappears from both hard drives. Just out of figure.
Stick to the higher ground to the right. We should be able to.
But yeah, so this is Truth and Reconciliation, and we're just going to be commenting over what we did on it. Which this first part is, yeah, very simple, of just chilling back here sniping. I still can't figure out what I was talking about when I'm looking at these Marines.
Don't open fire until you hear the enemy return fire on us.
Oh.
That should let us keep the element of surprise.
No idea. That was clearly a headshot. This game, the Jackal's bullshit, by the way, in this.
Yeah, very much so.
Yeah.
I think
Grunt's
everything's bullshit.
I mean, elites are 2 shots to the head with the sniper, grunts are just a single one, but the Jatos are like, you know, maybe not. Your guess is as good as mine.
It's a hit or miss.
It really is. Funny. Yeah, this level is just a lot of patience sitting around waiting to snipe people. Also, it's always very nice when those elites decide to get in the turrets because they stop moving around. When I was editing together Halo, the last episode, I can't count the amount of times that an elite was just dancing back and forth, not standing still.
Yeah.
Yeah. So having them go in stationary guns, super nice. Oh, also Josh, you know I was talking about all the prep I was planning at worked out really well last night with playing Siege, doing the recording, and then playing Genshin afterwards.
It all failed.
No. My luck really held out in Genshin because as soon as the update came out, I launched it, and I got the new 5-star character, the Raiden Shogun, twice, as well as getting her weapon and a duplicate 5-star of Jean. So that's twice now where in the first day, within the first hour of the banners coming out, I got the legendary twice in a row. Nice. Which, I mean, for the last update, I got you and me back-to-back wishes. So that's my luck has been holding out. I'm not gonna curse myself by doing any more of it. Oh yeah. Again, still jumping in turrets when trying to reload.
Don't do that.
Yeah. So we're just gonna skip right back to where we were, and I almost killed myself with a grenade there.
One shotty.
Yeah, you're gonna notice that there's some jumping around in this, and some easy spots to realize where I've cut, and that's because, like I said, this was 4 hours that took us to do this level. I don't have the audio of us actually playing it, so I can't tell you what we were saying in there that was, you know, comical or anything at the time. You punch that dude off the cliff, though. That's funny.
Hell yeah. That's what I do best.
So, and I mean, this is the edited version down of pretty much us succeeding, and it's still an hour. So that's why you'll see a lot of cuts in this one. And I've now learned, if I see that I've accidentally done a Control X, which is cut, don't do anything with it. Put the file back and do a copy.
Copy.
Because that file just disappeared from the hard drive when I moved it. Yeah. I still want to say, I do still want to say that this is probably the most annoying, if not the hardest level in Halo 1. Maybe in all of Halo.
Yes. Tedious, definitely.
Yes. I would have said the Long Night of Solace is the hardest on Lasso, but with 4 players, that was very easy compared to this level. Mostly this level is difficult because you can't pick up Covenant weapons, so you only got a sniper and an AR. Oh, I remember this dude. This dude gave us some trouble. Mostly because I suck and I kept missing. So I finally had to call you up and be like, hey, back me up if I miss. Just spray him with AR. It's been really funny watching me go from like the marksman in the reach levels to not being able to hit like any of my shots here. And you missed that auto aim when it ain't there. Or the aim assist, not auto aim, but like aim assist. If you had auto aim, you'd probably be a cheater and it'd probably still be working.
That's true.
And I can't remember what I'm trying to do here, but I was just sitting in a tree, and I'm gonna go back up there. I mean, after multiple attempts of trying to jump on this rock. I know I'm looking for enemies, but it doesn't look like I'm looking for enemies. Oh, but back to the ammo thing. Yeah, this level you have to be really careful with picking up ammo.
I think I just walked over it.
Possibly. No, you picked up AR ammo. It's the sniper ammo you gotta be really careful with.
Oh,
because...
I confused the Marine with myself.
Oh. I don't know how you do that.
I don't know.
One's a giant green cyborg dude, and the other one's a little Marine.
I think he's an android at this point.
No. What's the difference between an android and a cyborg?
Cyborg's all, like, outside. Like, his parts of him are part Psy, and other parts of his body is Borg. I don't know. Like, it's more of like, alright, your arm's gone, your leg's gone, they replace it with, like, mechanical stuff. Androids look human, but are actually... Well...
I was gonna say, if that's the case, then... No, Chief is just, like, an augmented human. Also, I love the amount of times that I run right up on a Grunt, forgetting that they explode when they die. Like that.
Yep.
So wait, what is the difference between an android and a because the androids in Dragon Ball, were they human beforehand, or were they just like completely robot? It's been forever since I saw the Cell arc or the android arc, whichever one it's called.
I believe they explained it. They were human at first, and they were turned into robots. So essentially, they act and think like humans, but are all mechanical inside. That's an android. Cyborg is like essentially human with
cybernetic parts. Kind of like Cyborg from DC.
Exactly.
Although it's really funny because the Cyborg in like the Justice League movies is like 99% robot, and like just the half of his head is still human.
Oh yeah.
Whereas like any other depiction, he has like pieces of his arms and legs that are still human and everything. But like the movie was just like, no, it's just the right side of his face is still human. But yeah, I figured out that we found out that you can't shoot the top of the Grunts. I'm gonna do it again here, but If they're in the turret, you can't shoot them, even though you can see them. You gotta shoot them in the hip. They're like an old person. They fall over and break their hip.
Yep, that's where they keep all their internal organs in their hip.
Learning things about the Grunt anatomy that I didn't know.
Yeah, like their brain is in their foot.
Oh, geez, wait, which foot?
Both.
Oh,
Both
okay.
foots.
That's it's kind of like the characters in Modern Warfare 2. Like you'd shoot someone in the toe and you get a headshot. By the way, at this point, you're just chilling back at that first area we were at, and I have run all the way up here using invisibility to start killing everyone. Which is the best way to go about doing this, because otherwise we'd have to take that entire fight in that canyon that I just ran through. Instead, I got all the way to here, and in a little bit, the enemies will despawn. Right now, the enemies despawn in that canyon, so you're free to move up. You figure out how to screw with the loading zones in this game. But not like this. You don't want to do this. You don't actually pay attention to your surroundings. I still can't believe I did that.
I was watching you, I'm like...
I'm pretty sure you're just like, why is your arrow going down? And then we just reset. And I was like, I fell. And you're like, how?
How'd you miss that?
It's even funnier knowing that that's not the first time I did that, because this is our second attempt at doing this level, because the first time we got stuck in the grav lift room, the next section of this level, and I think I fell down like 3 times in the previous recording session. I have like 0 situational awareness in this level. That dude did an awesome front flip, by the way.
Right? I was just about to say that.
I don't think I ever marked on that the first time. When I'm like noticing this now, I was like, oh my god, he did like a full flip. I believe it looks like I called you forward now, and you are slowly making your way up. Yes, there's your little arrow in the background. And this section is basically just every time 2 enemies are left alive, more of them come down the grav lift, so that's always fun, but... Pretty much we had a good strategy here of just me up here chucking grenades at the grav lift as they come down, and you chilling in the trench drawing all the fire when they decide to charge, because we found that for whatever reason I'm the one in the open, but they charged you over there instead.
I hated that.
Yeah. I'm also not sure what I'm scoped in at. I might be taking count of grenades, but like I'm being shot at, I'm just scoped in on like dead bodies. That was a really good kill right there. Got me a lot of chain. I also don't know why I'm still hanging around the turrets, because I've had so many issues where I'm jumping in turrets when I mean to reload.
This part was really like just... I don't even know how to describe it.
This wasn't bad on this attempt, because this was only, like, I think our second attempt at doing this section.
Are you sure?
I mean, I think so. I didn't check it how far the time jumped, if it jumped at all after I fell. But I feel like we did this one pretty quickly. I know our first run through on this level took forever, because we did not have this strategy set up till, like, the end. Also, I wasn't keeping track of my grenades. I would have kept someone alive there so that I could go get more grenades. But, you know, when you have grunts that are basically grenades, it doesn't quite matter.
Let me turn on my data, just in case.
Just in case the storm knocks out your Wi-Fi.
Yeah, it's my Wi-Fi, my waifu. Because it's still pretty bad out there. Not as bad as like an hour ago, but
yeah,
just in case.
The whole storm like passed over really quickly. Like when you were telling me about the tornado, I was like, yeah, no, everything's fine outside. And I don't feel like we live that far from each other.
No, you're like 10, 15 minutes away.
Yeah. I mean, I also got the tornado warning, but it was really funny. I like it. It was like ear-rapingly loud, the weather emergency alert, and I looked outside. I'm like, it ain't even windy, like at all. Like like I live in like a wooded area. Like the trees were not moving, and I was like, warning does mean like they've spotted a tornado, right?
Yeah, that means they spotted it. It's super close.
Yes, I asked that today at work because they were talking about possible tornadoes, and I was like, what the hell was, I always forget the difference between watch and warning, and it found out that watch means that like the conditions are good, or like there are the conditions where a tornado could exist. But yeah, that's how we took care of that area, talking about tornadoes. In the meantime, we were just killing things as they came down the grav lift. And here come the hunters.
Goddamn hunters.
Whiffed my shot, though. Had a perfect opportunity to shoot him in the back, and I whiffed. It's that potato aim.
A potato, man.
Got him that time. Oh, speaking of hunters, couple of reasons why, as just a reminder, why I'm using classic graphics for most part. One, geometry and hitboxes are not the same in the anniversary, the newer, like, remastered graphics. A lot of the trees around this area would probably be thinner, but the hitboxes are still huge, so you see enemies, but you can't shoot them, and also in remastered graphics, you cannot tell when a hunter is charging up its shot to shoot you. It'll just suddenly blast at you, whereas in the classic graphics, you can actually see the green glow of it charging. Don't ask me why 343 did not take care of that when they made the game. I don't have the answer to that.
Yeah, I mean...
But at this point, I'm going to just speed it up because I'm just running back to grab ammo because we left some ammo in the back, and when you're moving past the part and you're not coming back, it's always a good idea to pick up ammo. Oh, it is 16. 16 rounds is what you did. I remember the last time I was saying, I was like, I don't know if it's 16 or 18. It was 16. And then right there, I was like, wait, why am I running back? You can just step into the grav lift. And you're like, oh yeah, you're dumb.
All right.
But now I get to the most frustrating part of the entire level.
I've got a good lock on the
Oh my god, it looks so beautiful. Oh, never mind.
It looks so beautiful.
my God,
Never mind.
Oh, yeah.
Essentially, where I'm looking now, we want one of those doors to open up so we can hide in the side hallway. And it's completely random, this room, on where the enemies will come from and or how many of them spawn. Like, we could get a random number of gold elites with energy swords. We both get slashed there. Oh, I remember what happened here. If you care to tell. He just jumped right up there.
Yeah. That's no need to explain.
Well, no, the explanation to that, why I'm laughing, is because just moments before that, I remember distinctively while filming this, we were jumping up there because I was like,
right.
The elites can't jump, so we're safe up here. And you're like, no, they can jump. And I was like, no, they can't. It's fine. And immediately after that, that dude runs out and jumps and kills both of us.
The elite's like, check this out.
Yeah. But yeah, like I said, you just want to run over here and hide. So this is all sped up, we're just waiting for the music to change, essentially, which is like 3 minutes, I think. So I think this is like 6 times speed or something right now, while we're just sitting here talking about random shit. By the way, as you can see, that timer has jumped drastically. This section, just this room, took us 1 hour and 5 minutes.
Yeah, it was what was
We were I think we were discussing about the brave Marines that were in the other room.
Yeah, and I went on.
Oh yeah, and every once in a while, enemies will just randomly appear in that doorway. It led to I didn't look it up what a 7 kill is, but I got one. Like I said, I only kill Tacular up to kill Tacular. Yeah, Tacular. Up to kill Tacular, and then Killionaire. I don't remember what 6, 7, 8, or 9 are. Yeah, this room, like I said, is very random. There could be a ton of the gold boys, the gold elites with energy swords, which take 2 sniper shots to the head, a frag grenade at their feet, and like a mag or 2 of AR ammo to kill one of them. So that's what essentially kept ruining our run, was eventually one of them would run up here at us and we just couldn't take care of him in time.
And then there would be 8 of them.
Yeah, and then there was one time where there were like 8 of them. Here's one charging at us now. I'm like screaming for you to come help me. Because essentially I think you were covering the left door, I was sniping out the right-hand door, and that was really close, I just realized. Essentially, if any of us saw a gold elite charging, we'd be like, help, 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 help! And the other would come running.
Help me!
Yeah, essentially, if you're trying to do this solo, like I said, 2 sniper shots, a grenade, and like an entire mag of AR. Whereas with 2 people, it's just like, you could probably take care of them if it's just one of them charging you, but if you got like 8 of them charging, it's a problem.
Yeah.
But essentially, after an hour and 5 minutes, we got lucky. We got a lucky group of chain reactions from the grunts dying, which killed everyone in the room for us. Which is why I said, like I said, this level was more luck than it was skill.
Yeah. And then
you'll notice we weren't taking that invisibility there. There's a reason for that. It's supposed to be very important. We don't use it very well, but that's why we were saving it. Oh yeah, this part was bullshit. Watch this. Perfect shot. What I hit. Apparently the hitboxes are much bigger than they appear. Objects in rearview mirror. I don't know why I charged him. I still have no idea why I charged him.
Maybe we were just feeling a little gutsy.
I may have been trying, because I was so low on ammo, I may have been trying to do like the hunter dance, which is like you get them to charge at you, you dodge out of the way, and then you just shoot them in the back. It's a little harder with the sniper than it is the pistol. I'm gonna do it again, aren't I? Yep.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Yeah, but I think that's what I was trying to do, but I dodged to the right where he smacks you instead of the left where you can easily dodge him.
I got scared for a second. Again, because when you went invisible and the light changed, I saw something come up to you and I'm like, oh.
I don't know why I was meleeing the grunts there. I also don't know why I'm going down the side passage here. Essentially what you want to do here is just the person that's invisible just runs through this area all the way to the hangar bay. I'm sitting here punching grunts, losing all of my shields, and taking fights, and wasting the invisibility. I'm pretty sure the invisibility wears off before I even get into like the vehicle bay, and then that's sort of...
Yeah, right here.
Yeah, I think right here, yep, there it goes, it's starting to wear off. So don't do what I did. If you're watching this as a guide, very good note, don't do what I do.
Or rather, don't watch this.
It's very much do as I say and not as I do, because I have the plans in my brain, I know what I'm supposed to do, I just don't do them.
Isn't this... Oh wait, I'm gonna let it play out then.
That was a weird interaction where I tried to melee the jackal and somehow killed the elite. I'm pretty sure you're staying back because you're super low at the moment.
Yeah,
which is why we're about to have this interaction with this jackal here that I remember. She's like, kill the one, and I'm like, kill the other one, kill the other one. He's shooting me. I need my shields back. but I don't want to kill him because you need yours.
I broke my legs a couple times here.
Yeah, we did. The fuck?
Why'd you do that?
Do what?
You quickly like looked up and down above the crate. Oh, you were saying.
I was probably talking and saying something. I have this weird thing where I like move around like I'm actually chief, or like not even just chief. Like I'm the character I'm playing, looking around at the people I'm talking to, or pointing to things that I'm talking about. I do it in Siege all the time, where like I'll be talking to someone, like I'll be in the basement, like holding an area, and the person I'm talking to is upstairs, like on the 3rd floor. And I'm just looking at him through the floor because I can see my friendly outline. And if you were, like, someone spectating that, and you probably think I was cheating if I was lining up with someone because I'm just talking to someone. But yeah, since we got lucky here where the door opened up and I just ran through while you stayed back until you teleport. This is kind of what you wanted to do, but with the invisibility on you.
When you do things right.
Yes. We don't do that very often here.
No, we take a gamble on a lot of things. If not everything.
Oh, I think we were talking about something right there when we got the checkpoint. I remember where I was like, you know, if this doesn't work, then you know, we could just try clearing out the room, and then we got the checkpoint. I was like, well, we're stuck trying it this way now.
Didn't you almost like kill me, or is that coming up?
You know, there are several times where we either almost kill each other or do kill each other. It's why we keep track of betrayals in this.
That's true.
Oh, which, by the way, because the other group of us are currently doing Halo 3, and Matt just kind of figured out how we were doing the betrayal counting.
Oh, jeez.
He didn't realize that it was counting as a death for the person that died and as a betrayal for the person that did the betraying. But that is clearly how we stated it in Winter Contingency, all the way back in Reach. Oh yeah, this weird cut, because I don't know how to edit, and I throw a grenade at you, and I thought it was funny. Which it
Still
is.
pretty funny.
It was just a weird cut, because I was like, this took forever to get to, so I'll just cut out everything before it. And I'm like, why did I do that?
Without like audio and context, it looks like you did it on purpose, and you're like, wait for it. It's gonna be funny.
Yeah. No, it's just, I don't even know what I was throwing it at, because I hit the bots in front of me.
There was nothing in front of us.
Oh! No, there was that one elite. I just really screwed up on the throw. Or I hit the button by accident. That happens as well. Like, there are so many times in ODST where I'll be like, wait, did I throw that grenade? And they'll be like, yep. And I'm like, oh. I think the last episode of Reach actually had one of those where I was like, did I throw that? And someone was like, yep, you killed us. It also could be that I was used to ODST's grenade, where like the ODSTs have a freaking like NFL player's arm and Master Chief doesn't.
He really doesn't. For Super Soldier, he really doesn't.
Yeah, especially like in the Halo 1. I don't remember with Halo 2 grenades, just I don't play Halo 2 as often. I just know that on like ODST and you have like an insane arm. It might just be ODST has an insane arm, because I know that one's the one where I'm always like overshooting grenades because I'm just not used to that. Also, I like the plan in there. You could see like what we were talking about. I'm like, I see his arm right here. Can you dislodge him? And you just chuck a nade and then blow him up.
That's how it's
Yeah, this room. Oh, I didn't keep track of it. But I think I saw earlier an hour 48, so we might have taken like half an hour in this room up to this point.
That's not too bad.
That's not as bad as I thought. It definitely felt longer. It also felt longer editing when you have to pause every once in a while and splice things apart.
Oh, true.
But it definitely felt longer when we were playing it as well. This room sucks because of the elevation. Like, there's enemies up top that just hide from you for the longest while. It also doesn't help when you throw a grenade at your teammate. That doesn't really help either. That was a weird cut back to the checkpoint. I'm not entirely... Oh, did you... I wasn't paying attention to the score in the bottom right corner. You might have died and it was just a splice back. I'm not sure.
The Covenant BattleNet and locate an override code to open a door. Working on it.
Yeah, this was a hard hold considering how much cover we had. It felt like it should have been easier than it was.
That's what.
Although, you know, maybe it's just because I'm missing.
Yeah, right there. Didn't he look like a tiny marine?
Not really.
Well, I guess I'm the weird one.
I think you're the weird one.
Yeah.
Oh, but we finally made it through as I just noticed the hunters, and we're like freaking out at the moment. For some reason, they weren't aggroed on us, though. They were just chilling in the doorway. And so now we're just like, can you move? Are you alive? And eventually, they moved. That was a little bit of a... I think that's just the video player messing up. Missing the snipe, actually, there.
I think it starts to get a little...
I think it gets a little
trippy.
funky around here. It might just be the video file itself, because it was such a long file.
I think we're talking about, like, sparing the ammo.
Yeah.
But in the end, we're just like, I'm just taking it.
Yeah, because we're like, we're almost full... Like, I'm at 18 out of, like, 24 rounds. I'm like, I'm not going to pick up another one. But then we're like, wait, we're not going to be coming back down here. It doesn't matter. So let's just pick up the ammo to be full. Because again, you want to try to make sure that like every ammo pickup you're taking won't put you over the maximum. You don't want to really be wasting ammo unless you're leaving an area.
Oh, this is where you die, I think.
Yeah. I'm looking at our death count. There were so many, I don't know. If I die, I'm gonna be embarrassed because I had double overshields at that point. Like, it'd be a little sad. I potatoed that. Honestly, I wish I could see how you were faring in this.
Oh,
I almost shot you in the head. Don't you know never walk in front of a man with a 50 cal sniper rifle?
It's alright, you don't have aim assist on.
Aim assist on, I can't target my friendlies. I just can't target, actually.
Oh, yeah.
Look at that wimpy grenade that was thrown. Also, I do like how you can tell when we skip, not just from the time, but you notice that the reticle disappeared.
Right?
For a quick moment. So you can easily tell when a different run is going.
You want to explain?
Yeah,
what
I remember
happens?
this. Yeah, so Josh is constantly staring backwards here while I'm looking forward because I have 14 rounds left, which is 7 shots because recession. I kept jumping down for that first ammo pack that's near like that center piece in the hangar bay that we left behind. And apparently if you drop down there, a bunch of enemies come out the door that's behind you, like back up here where we just came from. I'm doing a horrible job of describing things. But essentially enemies would spawn behind Josh and instantly kill him. So we weren't sure if it was me dropping down or if they were just set to do that at a certain like point when you cross that catwalk. And that's why we were staring that way, and we eventually realized it was me going downstairs for whatever reason spawned a bunch of more enemies.
It was awful.
It was awful. But I kept doing it. I think I did it like 5 times before we finally were like, let's not do that. I just wanted to make sure you had more deaths than me. That's what I was doing.
You too?
Well, I mean, with some of the stuff you do in here, like, I'm beginning to question if you... Yeah, that was terrifying. Mm-hmm. I remember that being terrifying. A flying grenade essentially coming at you. Yeah. This level... I said at the time that Grunt Funeral, like, one of the best spells in the game. We came to regret that later on. Especially considering most... Oh my... Yep, there it is. That's me wondering if you weren't really trying to get me killed more. Just was unloading into the jackals and kept going in the reset. Well, I don't understand that one. The grenade went through the wall and killed me.
Well, like, with the me killing you, essentially, when you died, I essentially went in and started shooting, but it kind of like, in the game, it lags a little bit when it respawns back to the save point. So, like, I didn't have time to, like, in-game let go of the trigger.
Yeah, I mean, you had a good amount of time to let go. It's not like Steve in the Halo Reach ones where he was going to melee someone and then it reset, but the button press went through and he meleeed someone to death.
I was just using that as cover.
You're just trying to find an excuse.
Yes. If I do it now, I will kill TJ.
Right here, I was honestly shocked the amount of times. Just I think it's like 2 or 3 grenades this guy throws that I'm like, how did we live? Yeah, here comes another one. And I'm like, we're dead, because you're behind me. And nope, you were fine. Because that boom skull, man, that thing is potent. And yeah, so we skipped a little bit because we finally figured out that with me only having 3 shots, like, I'm just gonna run back here, grab the ammo now that the enemies won't spawn, while Josh takes out that first wave. And then I'm just running back, which is why this is fast forwarded, because there's like nothing going on. But I just wanted to show you guys what some of our thinking was. And here we are, back up here, ready to take on the Covenant. This area is a bitch, because enemies spawn in front of you and behind you, and there's like 2 things to cover here. So we're just like, yeah, we're just gonna throw a grenade, and just keep running.
We're trying to catch...
Which we got very lucky there, because those 2 grenades killed all the enemies there, and we were able to just move forward through the doorway.
What the heck is going on? Was that a skip?
It was a little bit... It wasn't a skip, it was a glitch. That's a skip. That was a skip right there, because I saw the negative 329.
We never understood how I died, or how I died.
I assume it was, because that's the checkpoint, I assume that it was one of the cuts from in the bridge where you died, and the points were just left over on the respawn. That's what I'm assuming.
It's really, like, pouring right now.
Is it?
It's not raining over there?
I don't know, it's pitch black outside, I can't see shit.
Well, I mean, that's true, yeah. But with rain, not only can you see it, but you can hear it.
Yeah. If people are wondering what storm we're referring to, we're getting like the remnants of Hurricane Ida, so you know it's just rain. It's just really bad rain, but and a tornado.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know what you're talking about. There's no rain.
Get it? Because Ida.
Oh.
Wow, that's why I was laughing.
Screw the brain moment.
Like, comment, and subscribe if you got that joke.
Yeah, oh yeah, I remember this. I end up taking all the sniper ammo just before you come to get some yourself.
And you played it off like nothing happened.
I did. I played it off like nothing happened. You had no idea I took that ammo.
No, you bastard.
Which, I mean, really, you should have. Like, we knew there were 2 sets of sniper ammo there, and they just suddenly disappeared.
Look, man, I was being a dumbass, all right?
Yeah, at this point, I think we're both super low, so we're just playing safe from these hallways, trying to kill this last elite. Or, there might be some more enemies, but I only saw 1 elite. And I still can't hit anything. That's some weird glitchy stuff. But I think at this point, I'm like, yeah, no, I'm surprised I'm still alive after taking those shots. I'm gonna need you to do this, and then I'm like, nah, I'm bored of this. I'm gonna help. Just like tally ho, I'm charging in.
Hell yeah, that's the only way to do it.
And then I think, oh yeah, there's that jackal just comes out of nowhere, survives 250 cal shots to the chest. I wish I could do that. But actually right here, you can actually see underneath that doorway, you could shoot them through that crack. I was like, I ain't doing that because I ain't wasting the bullet. But I think I ended up wasting the bullet because I didn't kill that grunt anyway.
You missed.
I missed a couple of times. Then I ran out of sniper ammo, so I come back and take the second stack of ammo here. And I turn around and here's you coming, like, I need ammo. And I was like, oh no, it's all weird, it's all gone. So weird, like vanishing bullets.
This looks like the ship's command center.
But yeah,
Transponder signal is strong. We must be
that was the bridge. I ended up having to cut the section where we're just staring at the terminal on this level.
Did
you were? Yeah, because you were looking for it, and we're looking around, and I switched the anniversary graphics, and I was like, oh, here it is on top of the bridge. And we figured out that you can only see the terminals. We remembered that you can only see the terminals in remastered graphics. Also, I love that grenade I threw, because you're like, that's the end of the hallway. So I chucked grenade bouncing off the wall, and I was like, oh yeah, it's a long hallway.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I know where this is. Wait, I'm not gonna say
I remember what happens here. Yep, there it is. If that went too fast already, what would happen was a grunt from the chain reaction of explosions, a grunt flew down the hallway, landed next to me, and I just freaked out screaming as I tried to run away, and it blew me up.
Still funny.
I love it.
Oh, shit. Mm.
Oh, one of the other things that could happen, which I think we see later on in this, is the grunts not exploding because we're in a separate load zone from them. Which was really funny because it reminded me of, and I might just splice this in here, from our first run where we were going through that trench back underneath the ship, and a grunt died in front of us, but it wouldn't blow up because we were considered in a separate load zone from it. So it was like our checkpoint was us rounding the corner as a grunt blew up in front of us.
Yeah, if you could find that, that would be amazing.
I'll try to find that and splice it in. That one was also like a 4-hour recording, and we only got to the grav lift room, so I'll try to see if I can splice that in here. Yeah, this game was not. It's not very. The load zones are not very fun. They're everywhere. They teleport you like 2 feet.
Yeah,
and,
like I'll be facing this way, and then
yeah.
you'll teleport me. I'm in the wall.
Yeah, especially on like the levels, Assault on the Control Room and 2 Betrayals, like a lot of the Forerunner hallways. You'll hit the load zone and you'll just suddenly teleport because one of the players went to the load zone and the other one didn't. But you're also turned around, so you spend a lot of time teleporting back and forth.
You actually do see it in this video. It's a while back. You were walking, and then all of a sudden, you see me teleport in front of you, and I'm running into the wall.
Yes, because you just get very disoriented between that. Also, we totally screwed up our timing there, because I do remember our plan was you shoot the gold boy, get him to charge forward, I'll kill the grunt, which will hopefully blow him up. And he didn't charge, 2, the grunt blows up extremely fast. That was also another close call with the gold. Every encounter with the gold boys is like a close call. Seeing needlers when you have 1 bar of health is like the most terrifying thing ever because they round the corners as well.
Why don't you get another one? Ready?
No, they just bounce wildly. But no, just like I think the needler does like 2 sets of damage because there's the initial impact, and then when it detonates, I think it does 2 sets of damage. So even if you survive it first hitting you, you could still die from it.
I feel like in real life, a needler shot is more deadly than a bullet. Because once you get
Oh,
hit,
no. Because
Oh,
like it impacts you and then detonates. So
yeah,
one, like a crystal shard is going into you, and then it's blowing up while inside you. Like I'm pretty sure like it's gonna kill anything it touches.
definitely.
I'm pretty sure they described that in the books, like as like in a very horrifying way. Also, yeah, this room here, just to the right of the door, has ammo for AR, sniper, and a health pack, as well as grenades. And I unfortunately missed that. I was trying to get Josh to press the button so I could run in and grab the health pack because I had one bar. And we couldn't figure out if he actually pressed the button or not, which is why I was looking around at him. And then I missed that the door dropped.
Waits for like an hour. Hey, did you press? Hey guys, welcome. I'm like,
Well, I mean, there were some cases of, I think in both Reach and in ODST and 3 now, where people didn't, where we just weren't pressing buttons because no one remembered that there was a button press there, or doesn't play enough to know that there's a button press there, and without a HUD, they just didn't know. So I'd be like, all right, I'm running over to press the button now. Because I think when we were doing Crow's Nest, there was a time where everyone's standing around a door while I'm picking up weapons, and I come over and I'm like, oh, were you guys waiting on me? They're like, oh, we were waiting for like the game to proceed. I was like, you gotta push the door button. And they're like, oh, we didn't know that.
you do now.
Yep.
That's bad news. If Halo is a weapon and the Covenant gain control,
Yeah, that is bad news, Keys.
human race.
We don't want the Covenant getting their stinking hands on Halo.
I have a new mission for you. We need to beat the Covenant to Halo's control.
I always forget how long this cutscene is.
Let's move. Yes, sir. Okay, sir.
And also, I love "Shut up and get behind me, sir" is the chapter name on this level. But I also love that he says, "Chief, you've got the point." And yet, I think he died like a ton of times because he just kept running in front of us.
Always.
And especially in the small hallways where when one grunt blows up, when one grunt dies, it blows up and it would kill him. It was very frustrating. This may have been more frustrating than the grav lift room. Because it wasn't us screwing up, or the game just not cooperating. It was the AI was just running everywhere and dying. Which is like you're running to me because we're trying to get Keys to follow us away from the enemies. But he was actually just still back in the brig, so it worked out.
Goddamn Keys.
He was so frustrating. Also, I think there were a couple times, because I think I cut again. There were a couple interactions with that elite that I remember where he wasn't facing me, and I just would not melee. Like, I could have just walked up and assassinated him, but instead I kept shooting him, and I was like, why did I do this? What is wrong with me?
Punch him!
You know how hard punching is without aim assist? But also, one of the things is in this first brig here, which we skipped over when we first came here, because I think there's enemies in this room, but when you come back, when you're on your way back to the bridge, there's not enemies. There's health pack, grenades, and AR ammo in this first prison cell. So I was out of sniper ammo. I thought there was sniper ammo in there, but there wasn't. It's just AR ammo. Oh yeah, that's what I was talking about. All those grunts were dead, just waiting for us to enter the load zone. And we had a checkpoint where that was basically killing us before. Could you imagine in like actual world time, like using 2 grenades to try to kill a single grunt? Like, it's just so wasteful. But
It really is. It's like a couple $1,000 right there for one.
I don't think a grenade is quite $1,000.
Well, like a couple bucks?
I want to say a grenade's probably $10.
I could get them at your local grocery store.
Let's Google it.
Seriously?
How much does a grenade cost? I'm not going to do that Google search. One of the recommended ones was how much does it cost on the black market?
Why was I staring at keys like that?
You probably were yelling at him. Oh, wow. Okay, that's more than I thought, but not as bad. Not that bad.
Wait, let me guess.
Okay, go
Oh,
ahead.
it begins with an S, so it could either be 16.
I didn't say an S,
17?
but okay.
Oh, it could be. It's $25.
According to fiscal year 2021, the U.S. Army justification. According to the fiscal year 2021 U.S. Army justification, the average cost of a single M67 grenade is around $45 US.
Oh, reasonable.
Yeah, not bad. Anyway, back to the Halo.
Oh yeah, right.
So what we're trying to do here is use my invisibility that we found in the brig to assassinate the elite here. We eventually found out that in co-op there were 3 elites instead of 2. So I didn't have time to assassinate both, so we both ran in here shooting. And honestly, I remember thinking you died there because 2 sword boys were charging you.
I was scared, dude.
And I was like, did you die? And you just pop out from behind the corner like, I'm good.
I'm alright.
Acknowledged, Foehammer. Cortana out.
We also eventually figured out that after many attempts not to stand in the brig, and to come back here into this hallway because Keys was just dying left and right.
Oh,
it was
God, that
infuriating because he would either die from the enemy shooting him, or because it's like he stands so close to the doors that they come through, a grunt would die and blow him up.
I think I got fed up at one point.
I think we both get fed up at one point, at many points. Yeah, you can definitely tell that's something that the recording got a little buggy because now the audio's desynced by like half a second.
Oh, jeez.
I can hear my gun start to shoot before it actually fires. Note to self in the future: take a break at a certain point on long levels and just let the thing render and do a second part. I think we're both out of sniper rifle at this point.
Oh, definitely.
Which is understandable, because the last sniper pickup was back in that brig.
So much Gogurt on the floor.
You can tell that there was a cut there because the graphic. Oh yeah, you got pissed off at him. Yeah. Yeah. So imagine you saw how long it took for that debt, like the reset to happen there, because Cortana has to have a little speech about the captain dying and the Covenant already winning there. Every time he dies, it's like we just want to get back to the gameplay, Cortana.
It was fun for the first 5 seconds.
Yep. That was me getting confused on the teleporting to you, because I was going for ammo. Yeah, this part, I honestly could not believe Keys didn't kill himself on that grunt. This was another part where he kept getting himself killed because he'd run out there and get himself killed. But because I was so far back, you were able to just throw the grenades and kill everyone quickly before I even got here, really.
Hell yeah. Teamwork, baby.
And then we were able to finally push the button and finish the level.
You're like,
after 4 hours.
Oh my god. 4 hours?
We were mentally exhausted after that.
Hell yeah. This Phantom represents my mentality. The hunters that are coming up is me. So you'll see.
Your mentality crushed you?
Or this game. This game, my mentality is the hunters.
Got it. Okay. I was like, wait, what? You're mentally exhausted just from watching through an hour of that. Not even playing an hour of it, just watching back an hour of our life playing this.
A lot of post-traumatic, man.
But yeah, you can see we did that in 4 hours and 4 minutes. Not a bad
That's
start. Only
insane.
59,000, negative 59,000. Not terrible. But yeah, and then in terms of our kills there, you know, I led the scoreboard, 27 elites, 4 hunters, 41 jackals, and 98 grunts to your 28.
Whoa.
But at least the others were like close. That was a 70 kill difference.
Jesus Christ.
Although I did have like all the people coming down the grav lift, to be fair.
That is true.
Yeah,
You stole them.
I did. But anyway, I have our death count here.
Say it.
Thank God I write it in pen and paper and not just on a notepad that I just delete afterwards. I actually write it down each time. So, starting off with the lowest amount of deaths, we have Captain Peas at 14 deaths.
That bastard.
Then there's quite a huge jump to the next death, which is myself at 155 deaths over the 2 different runs on this level. And then we have Josh, who's very close, 157 for you.
Yay!
So, not terrible, I mean, pretty terrible, but we were pretty close is more what I meant to say. And then in terms of betrayals, we somehow ended up perfectly even on this one. We each had 8 betrayals.
Nice. 8's it's a good number. It's a good number in some countries.
I was gonna say it's a prime number, but then I was like, wait, no, it's not.
It's not.
But yeah, that has been the Truth and Reconciliation, and the next episode will be the Silent Cartographer. That one
Yes.
wasn't as bad. That was nowhere near as bad. I checked the time today. It was not as bad.
I think we had the same conclusion in the last attempt to voice over.
But yeah. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.